too much
I miss
fun.
playing poker.
Is that it?
Just to walk us through first shift of the third period, you guys coming out, obviously we want to get on the board early, but to get it 12 seconds in, just walk us through that play there.
Yeah, we talked in between periods. We wanted to come out strong and get pucks in the net, and we ended up getting the puck in. Goalie stopped it, and made a mistake, miscommunication between the goalie and the D. I came right around, left it right for me, came around, and I moved it right to Tate, and Tate put it in.
How does that set the tone for you guys? I mean, not that you were playing poorly before that, but I mean, obviously not getting the results and goals, but just to come out right away and set the tone for the third period with an early goal.
I think it's huge. I mean, it was 0-0 going through two. The first team to strikes and get a lot of momentum there, especially with the crowd that we had tonight. After we scored, the building erupted. So I thought it was a good momentum push for us, and it carried for the rest of the third.
And then did you see Pierre's pass to Postgame for the second goal?
Yeah, it looked like he kind of dropped it or drop passed it or something.
Put it between his legs.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really tell what happened. I knew he was really close in front of the net, and it kind of just dropped it. I was surprised he actually didn't shoot it, but ended up getting lucky and went off the Holsey's stick or off his skate right in.
Can you talk a little bit, you've already mentioned a little bit, Adam, about that third period, getting the goal and getting the crowd into it. Did you notice a difference, A, from the crowd and B, on the bench for that third period?
Definitely. I mean, once we got that goal, you obviously heard it. The entire building, the roof came off, and everyone was excited. Everyone had something to cheer for, you know.
Yeah.
We finally put one in, and it seemed like the rest of the third, even smaller plays that we were making in the first and second period, weren't as acknowledged as much as when they were in the third by the crowd. And then on the bench, the guys were a lot more upbeat, and they were pretty much cheering everybody on with every single play. It definitely gave us a good boost and a good confidence booster.
Can you also talk a little bit about the emotion when you've played two, let's call them good periods, first two periods, but you have nothing to show for it, it's tied, it's truly anybody's game. Can you talk a little bit about drumming up the emotion to say, hey, we're not playing bad, we got to get something going here?
I think we all know. I mean, we have conversation between periods, but we all know that what we need to do in that final period, 0-0 there. I mean, everyone was excited going out there. We didn't want to change a single thing. Maybe turn it up a little bit more. I mean, we knew in that first period they came hard in the very beginning there. I think they took it to us for the first few minutes of the first period. We weathered that storm, and then we pretty much just took it to them down low, worked in their offensive zone for the most of the second, and tired them out. What seemed like towards the beginning of the third or end of the third there, they were gassed, and that's usually what we do to teams. We like to spend a lot of time in their zone, tiring out their team.
Was it hard knowing that you've played good but don't have anything to show for it, and it's still anybody's game coming into the third? Is that a hard mentality to deal with?
I mean, there's a little frustration. You could tell there's a little bit of frustration going on, coming up empty for the first two periods. But I think we know, we have a belief that we're gonna, finish it and finish the game off the right way like we did tonight. Going in 0-0, we ended up putting the team away in the third period, and we need to deal with the ball right home.
How's that different for you guys from the past years? I mean, obviously there was talk last year about not being able to hold the lead in the third period, but I mean, you guys have been, aside from, last week against Robert Warren, it seems as you guys have been a lot better in the third period of finishing games off.
Yeah, last year was miserable in the third period. We'd be up 2-0 or up by 2 goals, and we ended up blowing it. But this year I think it's different. Like I said before, we have a belief that we're gonna finish the game off the right way. We're going to keep playing how we were playing for the first 2 periods of all 3 periods, or however long we've been playing so far, and just finish the game off how we started the game.
Are there lessons, Adam, that were learned last year that are being put in play here?
I mean, over my 4 years, it's definitely been, my last 3 years, has definitely been a lot of lessons that I've learned from teams, the mistakes that we've made and how we've handled certain situations in the games. But I think that right now we've definitely found a way to overcome that obstacle, and we kind of back to the belief. We believe that we're gonna win these games.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, Adam.
Thanks.
Thank you, Adam. Congratulations.